Item number SCP-2466. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2466 is kept in a standard storage locker at Site-44. Testing of SCP-2466 may be undertaken with the permission of SCP-2466's HML/HMCL Supervisor. Testing of SCP-2466-1 is not permitted. To prevent accidental activation of SCP-2466-1, all shortcuts to the program have been removed from the device. If SCP-2466-1 is activated, SCP-2466 must be disconnected from its power source immediately. SCP-2466 is a Samsung Galaxy S5 smartphone running the Android operating system. It is host to a number of non-anomalous applications, as well as SCP-2466-1, identified as Slay Dragon, Save City. SCP-2466-1's code is incomprehensible, will not operate on any other device other than SCP-2466, and will reinstall itself on SCP-2466 if removed. Termination of SCP-2466-1 is only possible by removing SCP-2466's power source. SCP-2466-1 is a text-based game in which the user battles an instance of Mega Charizard X, a character from the Pokemon franchise. SCP-2466-1 uses the battle mechanics found in the Pokemon games produced for the Nintendo 3DS. The user is assigned a randomized Pokemon from among those that can be acquired in the game Pokemon X, with access to 4 random moves that the Pokemon in question can learn. Combat is turn-based, with the user and Mega Charizard X attacking each other or using other moves in turn. If the user-controlled Pokemon's hit points are depleted, it will faint, preventing it from executing its move, if it has not already done so. SCP-2466-1 will then replace the user's Pokemon with another randomly generated Pokemon. If Mega Charizard X faints, it will be replaced by another copy of Mega Charizard X. The user may input the command check to gain all relevant information on their current Pokemon, or the name of any of their moves to execute that move. Every move executed by SCP-2466-1's instance of Mega Charizard X compels 10 to 12 random citizens of California to engage in activities that correspond to the selected move. Mega Charizard X can use the moves Dragon Dance, Roost, Flare Blitz, and Dragon Claw. There is no evidence that the user's actions have similar effects, either in that town or anywhere else. Due to Mega Charizard X's high power, few Pokemon assigned to the user can avoid fainting from both Flare Blitz and Dragon Claw after it has used Dragon Dance. However, the AI that determines Mega Charizard X's moves frequently makes strategic errors, which gives the user frequent opportunities to launch counterattacks. Addendum 2466-1. Effects of Mega Charizard X's moves. The 10 to 12 residents of the affected by each move are granted the collective designation of SCP-2466-2 for the duration of their compulsion. Flare Blitz and Dragon Claw will inflict real-life damage in proportion to the damage dealt by Mega Charizard X with the corresponding move in SCP-2466-1. SCP-2466-1 will not accept user input until the effects of the associated move are completed. Dragon Dance. SCP-2466-2 will converge in a public space and perform synchronized dances while repeatedly singing the Pokemon theme song from the English adaptation of the Pokemon anime. This lasts for approximately 15 minutes, after which SCP-2466-2 will set fire to the nearest building and disperse. Roost. SCP-2466-2 members will climb into a nearby tree and fall asleep for 3 to 4 hours, sitting upright without support. This rarely results in an injury. Flare Blitz. SCP-2466-2 will set fire to themselves using nearby flammable materials and sources of heat, then run towards and collide with another nearby individual. Dragonclaw. SCP-2466-2 will obtain claws and assault a nearby individual near them, while some users will use pre-existing claws, such as those used in costumery or those attached to an animal, or affix sharp objects to their fingers. The most common method is for SCP-2466 to mutilate their bones such that the bones form sharp points. The combat effectiveness of fingers altered this way usually exceeds expectations. Addendum 2466-2. Atypical manifestations. On several occasions, SCP-2466-2's behavior deviated from the patterns described in the first addendum. All occurred prior to containment, and thus the move used is not known with certainty. October 25th, 2014. Roost. SCP-2466-2 each entered a tree, but were not compelled to stay or sleep. Each member exited the tree within 10 minutes. Note: event occurred in this manner 3 times on October 25th. October 31st, 2014. Flare Blitz. Each member of SCP-2466-2 acquired a jack-o'-lantern, which they ignited and threw at the targets. Note: presumably due to coincidence with Halloween festivities. November 1st, 2014. Unknown. 11 members of the high school Pokemon Club vandalized an empty classroom, destroying most items and structures therein. Subjects described the action as involuntary. Note: while the number of affected subjects, association with Pokemon, and compulsion effect suggest SCP-2466 involvement, the event has not been replicated. It may be unrelated. November 21st, 2014. Dragon Dance. One member of SCP-2466-2 played a trumpet rather than sing. The event concluded with SCP-2466-2 attempting to flood the church at which they had gathered. Note: event coincided with the North American release of the games Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. December 7th to 15th, 2014. Dragonclaw. SCP-2466-2 spent 1 week modifying a bulldozer with layers of cement and steel, as well as several large front-mounted spikes and a flamethrower. On December 15th, Foundation personnel located and detained SCP-2466-2. No other Dragonclaw manifestation was reported. Note: if the modifications had been completed, the vehicle would have resembled an armored bulldozer used in the 2004 Rampage. Several members of SCP-2466-2 reported familiarity with the event. December 27th to 28th, 2014. Several moves. 7 moves were executed, with members of SCP-2466 drawn from among patrons of a Renaissance fair located 3 kilometers south of. In each case, fair staff were able to subdue all members of SCP-2466 with minimal difficulty. Note: no injuries were recorded. Plans to establish a permanent Renaissance fair in the event of a containment failure are under consideration.